Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of Supergirl. This time it's, Crossfire, that's what the episode was called.
Yeah.
It was interesting, there was quite a few different things happening.
Yeah, the start was alright with Monel settling in.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't as interesting for a while, but then I liked the party bit.
Yeah, there were some ups and downs. I did like the Monel stuff.
I did find it silly that she tried to pull off Operation Doubtfire when she should have just asked Jean to help.
He's not her personal doppelganger. He has a life, you know.
Really? What was he doing? Absolutely nothing. He was not in this episode at all.
I don't know, maybe he was spending time with somebody else. Maybe he was spending time with What's-Her-Face. We didn't really pick up. We didn't see her this episode.
No.
After the revelation of last episode.
Yeah.
What if all of these episodes seem to end on some note? Last one ends with us finding out she's a white Martian. Previous one ends with us learning that she exists. Previous one ends with Monel waking up. And this one ends with a cliffhanger of finding out who the leader of Cadmus really is.
Yeah.
Did you know who the leader of Cadmus was?
I wasn't sure. I didn't really remember.
I wasn't sure, because I remembered they hadn't actually said her name all throughout this episode or the previous episodes.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, maybe they're trying to hide the fact of who she is.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, and I wasn't going to say anything because I couldn't remember if you knew who she was.
Yeah, it didn't quite come back to me right away.
But yeah, the leader of Cadmus is Lena's mother.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Although we don't find out her first name, but we know who she is anyway.
Yeah. It's just, with her and Cadmus, it just sort of reminds me of, what's her name? That woman who ran, Argus before Lila took over, the bad one.
Oh, Amanda Waller.
Yeah, Amanda Waller. It reminds me
How?
of that.
How does she... I don't get the similarities at all.
I don't know, it's a bad organization run by a woman who, she just kills people once they're useless. Like, those guys were gonna tell people her name, and she was like, nope, you got caught, you die now.
Okay, the difference is Argus still does some good in the world, whereas Cadmus doesn't at all. Cadmus is
They think they're doing
yeah,
good.
that's the difference. Cadmus is basically the DEO if they thought every alien was evil. But yeah, obviously we do get more Cadmus because we didn't have them last episode, and it's still continuing our theme. We have the Monel stuff, which I like. It was kind of the light-hearted plot of the episode.
Yeah.
We did get some nice Lena moments in this episode.
We even got a moment with Lena and Win.
I like that. They need more scenes together.
Yeah, I know. He's the techie guy. She obviously knows techie stuff with what her company does.
Yeah, that was a fun little scene. And, of course, we get the stuff that now James wants to be a vigilante and he's going to make a suit and work with Win.
Yeah.
But...
Not particularly excited about that, but it's whatever.
Speaking of James, he says his camera got smashed. Didn't Maxwell Lord smash his camera when he was kidnapped?
I don't know.
That's what I thought. I mean, maybe it wasn't his dad's camera. Maybe it was just a camera. But Maxwell...
Why did he even bring his dad's camera with him when he and Kara were just going to get coffee? Why didn't he leave it at the office? But he took it with him, and then when the bad guys
Maybe
came
he
along...
thought, what if something interesting happened? He had to take a photo. Whatever. And then, of course, we've got a plot with Alex.
Yeah. But it just reminds me of a plot that was already done on a different show that she was in. Not her character, though, but a different female character who thought she was straight and then found a girl she liked.
Are we talking about the show that Monel made a joke about?
Yeah, I know. Manolo made a joke that he watched a show about doctors who have sex a lot.
Yeah. That was a nice joke. And and it was a reference, not a reference to it, but, the fact that, was it last episode or the episode before, Alex said she gave up medical school to do something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, if she had stayed in medical school, she would have died in a plane crash.
See? Their similarities are really uncanny.
For those of you who have no idea what we're on about, Alex's actor was in Grey's Anatomy, and her character's name happened to also be Lexi, and she dies in a plane crash.
Yes, just like Alex was in a plane crash. So, Yeah, there was ups and downs. I enjoyed the Manal stuff. That was the lighthearted stuff. I enjoyed Lena in this episode.
Yeah.
Getting her teaming up with, like, Kara and Supergirl. It reminds you of, like, whenever Supergirl would show up at Cat Grant's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, she's the new Cat Grant in that sense.
She actually, you know what? She actually is a lot like Cat Grant. Not in some ways, but in some ways she is kind of similar.
Yeah.
You know, even though James has replaced Cat Grant, Lena's kind of taken on that role. It's kind of like Lena's a mix of both Cat Grant and Maxwell Lord, because she's a billionaire in charge of a morally ambiguous... Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the Lena stuff. Obviously, we get the cliffhanger with the fact that it's her mother in charge of Cadmus, which was fun.
Yeah.
Monel was a lighthearted plot. I don't really care for the James plot at all. And Alex was just a side plot.
No wonder she didn't want those guys to go after Lena. She's like, no, I'm not giving you
Well,
weapons.
that's the point. That's why you're supposed to know something's up. But at the end, we find out why. But we don't know that at the time of the scene. But yeah. Yeah. But, I'll give this just an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna go 8. It was
a good episode. It was a good episode. Not as crazy hype as some of the earlier episodes of season 2.
Not the best, but still good.
We're getting into the rhythm of season 2, and I'm liking this first half of season 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next episode is called Changing.
Okay.
I have no idea what happens next episode. At all.
I don't know.
We will see you next time for more Supergirl and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.